I'm very excited to welcome you for this webinar. Thank you, distributor. Thank you, partners, for attending. It's a great pleasure to introduce our new product line as a premiere today. You will discover how Proxima media servers are revolutionary in the Pro AV business. So this session is recorded, and you see my screen, hopefully. Okay, a quick agenda, just to give you some time slot for this webinar. So we have a first commercial presentation that will last around 20 minutes. Feel free to ask questions in live on the chat, please. As we are many people, please ask your questions in the chat at first. And after the commercial presentation, we will answer your question, open mic, and have a Q&A session for around 10 minutes or more if needed. Then Jan will take over and demo the system for 15 minutes. It's just an unboxing and short introduction and to illustrate the seamless workflow. And finally, we have an open discussion. Today, for this session, Jan is from Wave System is with me, and also Etienne. You see Etienne in your Zoom application. Etienne is also attending this presentation and will introduce himself and his company, our partner company, later on the commercial presentation. Okay, so let's start with Proxima. Proxima is our new product line. It's two innovative media servers with an embed, easy-to-use video mapping composer software. You have a picture of these two machines, Proxima 4020, very compact to output media servers, and Proxima 4040, supercharged for output media servers with optional cards. I want to highlight the easiness, the ergonomy of our solution. This is the keywords you need to memorize during this session. We have a really top world-class system of an ergonomic system, and we can say it because the workflow's ergonomy of Proxima has already been acclaimed by more than 10,000 users worldwide. And I will explain this later on. Okay, so let's now look at some commercial insights. It starts from a market survey that we dedicated and performed on Pro integration. What customers, what integrators told us when they are performing video mapping. They told us that most of the systems are running under Windows operating system, and Windows creates instability in fixed installation most of the time. It's mainly related to a Windows update system that creates instability. Also, all the driver update, driver version, and compatibility create a mess in installation. Integrators also request more affordable solution. There's no market where they do not. All markets want to create immersive experience, and the market also only offers top-end system for Olympic game opening session, but there's very few solutions for more simple immersive room and immersive experience. They also request seamless and straightforward workflow. Complex machine run with complex software, and it's time consuming to get trained, to get certified. It's time consuming to program the machine. So our integrators want more intuitive system. And integrators also request to refocus on internal expertise. Many companies, even big companies, do not have their expertise internally. The systems are so complex that they need some outsourced technicians, very expensive outsourced technicians, and very busy outsourced technicians to perform the programming. So our integrators are looking for solutions that they can handle by themselves. So Proxima is revolutionary. We have made no compromise on the ergonomy. Our strategy is to design intuitive interface to democratize technology. With Proxima, all your customers can now deploy video mapping solutions in their market vertical. They can train their technicians in minutes, and so they are able to develop their expertise internally. They are back on the race of immersive experience. Proxima is a tool to deploy immersive experience in retail, entertainment, restaurants, museum, showroom, gym at large scale. Let's look at our market positioning. On the x-axis, you have a complexity on the left and intuitivity, ergonomy on the right. And we are a game changer in this business. As you see, most of our competition are running for complexity, for mapping capability, for many features indeed, but they get lost in the complexity. With Proxima, we are the only solution where the ergonomy is at the heart of the system. So now let's dig into our features. The features we deliver with Proxima. So Proxima embed a composer software. So let's review the main features of this software. At first, let's detail mapping features. With Proxima, you can perform XY edge blending. You can also perform warping with 15 by 15 grids. You can easily make cropping and shaping of your media and your Canva. You can, it's easy to sequence your videos, and all sequences are managed with smooth transitions. You can also compose with multiple media within a sequence. So you can have one video here, a second one, a third one, and compose your screen. In addition, we have more than 100 visual effects with a video effect generator inside the software. We have a timeline editor, and we have an NDI input. NDI input is very interesting for live broadcast, for example. So you could have an automated video mapping, but from time to time you need picture-in-picture with live streaming. That's something you can do easily through NDI input. Now let's review server features. So at first we have developed a solution to swap video projectors without reassignment. in case you need to troubleshoot your video projectors or maintain your video projectors in your installation. It's even easier with our software. We have a networked remote control, so you can sit down in the middle of your room with your laptop, for example, and completely edit and control and do everything from your laptop remotely, wirelessly, with connected to the media servers. Also, we support already a lot of protocol for communication and control: UDP, OSC, ArtNet, WCAN LAN, and TCP control. And we guarantee a very good stability with our end-to-end ecosystem based on Linux. Proxima Composer is delivered to the market by Wave System thanks to a team of experts that we have combined to make this solution. And let me introduce Etienne, who is CEO of HeavyM. HeavyM is our partners on the Proxima Composer. Etienne, can you introduce yourself?
Yes, thank you, Thierry. Hi, I'm Etienne, a computer engineer and entrepreneur with over 10 years of experience in the immersive audiovisual industry. My expertise is in projection mapping, digital media, and creating audiovisual experiences. With my partner, Adrien, we have led the development of HeavyM, the most intuitive projection mapping software, to make this technology easier for non-specialists. Today, I'm very excited to talk about Proxima Composer, which is essentially the Linux version of our software, HeavyM, designed and developed by our team at Digital Essence. Since its beginning in 2012, HeavyM has empowered over 10,000 users across the world to bring their creative visions to life. The software's intuitive design and robust features have made it a go-to solution for a wide range of applications. Let's see the diverse applications where HeavyM has made a significant impact. One of the key areas is live artistic performances. Here, HeavyM has enabled artists such as stage artists, VJs, DJs, dancers to create immersive and dynamic shows that captivate audiences. Moving on to corporate events, HeavyM has transformed many such occasions into memorable experiences. Some examples of projects are a product launch, a company anniversary, or an award night. Pop-up stores are another area where HeavyM has shown its versatility. In the fast-paced retail environment, creating an eye-catching and unique shopping experiences is very important. And lastly, let's talk about trade shows. In these competitive environments, HeavyM has been instrumental in helping exhibitors create captivating booth designs that attract attendees and leave a lasting impression. In summary, Proxima Composer, as the Linux version of HeavyM, continues its legacy of innovation and versatility in the field of projection mapping. It's not just a software, it's a tool that brings creative visions to life across various industries and applications.
Thank you, Etienne. So as Etienne mentioned, his team has a long experience in video mapping, and that's what we get inside the Proxima Composer software. All the know-how and best practice are already in place at day one inside our solution. We have combined HeavyM expertise together with a Wave System expertise in terms of hardware, performant hardware, integration constraints, and integration features, and this gives life to a Proxima product line. Now let's review the two media servers that embed the composer. I have to say that we didn't think about this machine before we performed some workshop with integrators. So this first media server is a result of workshop with integrators, and that's why it will be for sure a great success, since it really comes from your customers. Proxima 4020 is the most compact two-output media servers in the market today. It offers frame sync up to WUXGA resolution. It relies on industrial-grade electronics, so reliability and durability is guaranteed with these electronics. It has also two Ethernet ports, so one for control and one for ArtNet, for example. It will restart after power loss. Similar to a media player, we have protected the system against power loss. And it comes with an external power supply, 19 volt. The next one is Proxima 4040 media server. Now you get 4 output video. The card inside is a AMD Radeon Pro with high performance. Again, frame sync. Today we commit on WUXGA resolution, and there is room for even bigger. Some of you ask for 4K. We need some more tests at the beginning of next year to tick the box, but the platform has margin clearly today. On Proxima, you can optionally connect Dante audio card. You can also optionally connect plug SDI HDMI capture card. And now the system has a multi-tap power supply. In terms of price positioning, we have decided to be just up over the media players business, but as a very competitive solution in the media server business, as you see. And we already shared the price list with you for next year, and we already got some feedback, positive feedback on the price positioning. Sorry. Now let's have a look to the timeline. We are already open for orders, and you get 5% additional discount if you take some order by the end of this year. So take your ticket and buy your ticket and buy your Proxima servers, because we will have limited quantity during the first quarter of next year. So I really encourage you to take your orders before. Our first shipment is planned the 10th of January. And you will have an opportunity to bring your customers, your integrators, for a demo on our booth during ISE. Okay, so now we have done the commercial presentation, and we will go into your questions. Maybe there were already some questions in the chat. It seems, yes.
Yes, Thierry, you have a few questions regarding the server. Some was already answered, but we have a few questions regarding the input capacities of the servers, possibilities like NDI input or SDI or HDMI input. The main question is what for? Can you give some use case of usage of the inputs? Mainly for my part, I think for privatizations of the mapping for live streaming, it could be a good way to do that. But also, if you paired the mapping system with interactive computer for real-time interactive system and generative pictures, you can use the input of the NDI or the SDI HDMI to integrate it, the streaming of this source inside the mapping solutions.
Etienne, maybe you have. Etienne, maybe you can also illustrate some use case where people use NDI.
Yes, sure. About the maximum number of NDI inputs, Proxima Composer can handle as many NDI inputs your network can handle. So if you want to stream 10 full HD NDI stream, you can get them in Proxima Composer. The limitation will be your network. And for the output, you only have one NDI output currently. And for the use cases, it's, for example, as Jan said, it's for events to stream like a PowerPoint or camera, PTZ camera, for example. These are the main use cases I can give, Thierry.
Okay.
Hi,
Thank you.
this is Mayank. I would like to ask one question here. Let's say if I have 10 sources which are coming through an NDI into my 4040 and I have 4 outputs available, and let's say I also have that HDMI, SDI, HDMI capture input also into the machine. So can I just use all these inputs together and do a projection mapping using 4 projectors?
Yes, sure. Yes, sure.
Okay.
The software can handle all the inputs to compose your mapping, and then you can assign part of your composition to the right projectors.
Okay, thank you.
We had a question about loss of power. So yeah, we mentioned already, we answered this question.
Also a question regarding usage of multiple 420 players in same time. Did you see it, Thierry?
So Mayank asked if we can use Proxima 4020 for 24/7 operation. Yes, you can use it for long permanent installation and long installation. Can we use multiple machine altogether? Right now, machine will not sync between Proxima will not sync between them. So it will be if you need to make a 4 output, you will use Proxima 4040 and you will not use 2 Proxima 4020.
Okay, we have also a question regarding the projection on building. Of course, Proxima can be used for building projections. It's not a limitations, but you have not specific tools in Proxima currently to create a 3D version of your building before projecting them. You make the mapping directly on the site.
Yeah, so you do not import your 3D model. You do it live, and you build your canvas live on the surface. We have a question from Nuno. What is the delay if we use input? Etienne, do we have some data to share with Nuno about the delay?
So if you are using the NDI, you will have a delay depending of your network capabilities. But about the processing of the stream inside the software, we can say we have less than 5 frames of delay.
Okay, so if you use, for example, if you use a live PTZ camera or something like this, you will have a big delay. Yeah.
This is the maximum because we have not already tested all the cases with such cameras, but we are working on a delay less than 1 frame.
Okay, that will be nice. Yeah, and you were saying that the output is full HD, so full HD for each output, correct?
Yes. Yes,
Okay.
slightly more than Full HD. It's WUXGA.
Yes.
For all output with sync, with frame sync. Yes.
Okay. Nice. Thank you very much.
We had a question about, can 2 units be synced for redundancy purpose? So for redundancy, we would talk about synchro start. That's something which we do not have right now. Can we do multi-window of input using 4 output? Mayank, can you elaborate, please?
So basically, it is not to do with the projection mapping kind of a thing. Let's say if I'm using it in an application wherein I have an NDI inputs and I have other inputs which are captured in the system, I would rather say especially the NDI inputs. Can I use those 10 or 12 NDI inputs which are coming into the machine using a projection mapping and use it like a tile windows on the big projection surface, something like that, with the option to resize or modify the size of each input on the display?
Yes. So it's not much different from the previous questions, maybe, Mayank, but because you can compose, as we are multiplayer, we can compose on a single canvas, we can compose multiple media, and media can be a stream. So we can compose multiple streams within a single canvas.
Okay. Thank you.
One more question. Is it possible for art wall with display also overlapped? Davide, can you elaborate, please? Hi, Davide.
Yeah, sorry. It is only to understand if it is possible also use the server also for art wall with multiple display, and it is possible also overlap the display. Then if it is possible, manage the canvas for this kind of solution.
Etienne, maybe you have some insights to share with Davide? Can we overlap media?
Yes.
Etienne?
So if you are using projectors, you can overlap.
No, sorry. If you use a monitor display, and because in some case the server is used also to deliver some contents in art wall. The art wall is not, it is similar or at the video wall, but with not linear disposition of the display. Then in some case, the display, the monitor are also overlapped. And in this case, one display must see the picture of the display under the other display.
Yes, I understand.
Okay.
Yes, you have a layering system in the composition tools in Proxima Composer. So you will be able to manage the superposition of display directly in your canvas and in your output system. So it will handle it for sure.
Thank you, Etienne. Anders, SDI out, question mark? To handle SDI out? Anders, maybe you can open your mic and chat with us.
Yeah, I was just wondering if there's an option for SDI output instead of HDMI.
Okay. I don't think so. But right now, no on the machine. I don't know if it's an optional card we could work on in the future. Etienne, do you have some already some experience on SDI output, SDI out?
It's mostly an hardware question, but as I know, we have tested with Blackmagic cards, and we were able to send video through the Blackmagic card using SDI or HDMI, but we have not already tested the delay between the outputs using SDI. So it can work, but currently it doesn't work. I can say.
And another the other question there, you talked about multiple output cards.
Ouais. So that's some
cards.
I have a few insights about these optional cards. Can be Dante card, can be video card, can be capture card. All these qualification will be performed earlier next year to shortlist the equipment we can support and with additional technical performance. So this is something that will be our duty for the beginning of next year.
Yeah. Is there a possibility to, as you have a Dante option, would it be a possibility to have a Atmos stream in the project?
I take the question, Anders. I cannot tell you now.
No worries.
Thank you for the question. Yeah, Atmos stream. Nice. There was some other question about how many picture-in-picture can we have on each output. So picture-in-picture coming from NDI. Maybe Etienne, you have some. You have part or you have the complete answer. As we can, the stream is a media like any other, so we can organize many streams into all output.
Yes. Sure. We have tested with 4 NDI inputs to do picture-in-picture in your all composition canvas. So if you are using the 4 full HD outputs, you will be able to run as many picture-in-picture your network can handle. And about media, we have tested with 10 full HD players in the composition. So these are the numbers I can share.
Okay. So I understand that if it's a media server, you can record a lot of contents inside, correct? But then you can put the contents. You can put one content in the background and another content in the picture-in-picture, one layer, or you can do that, correct?
Yes, you can compose all your media with several layers, etc. So you can compose a stream on top of media. Yeah.
Okay, nice. Okay, thank you very much.
Mayank asked for how many Dante channels are supported. So as Dante is an option, so it will come also next year for the complete qualification. And at that time I will be able to commit on it. But today I cannot commit on any figures on Dante right now.
Okay.
And can it be controlled from Crestron, Kramer, Extron? Yeah, you can control with the UDP library already, and we'll have a bigger library, bigger TCP library coming later on, but you can already control it. Yes.
Okay.
Okay, we will give the hand to Jan so he can demo. It's a short demo to show us a seamless workflow, and it's mainly the unboxing and first project that your customers and you can perform in minutes. So I give the demo to Jan, and maybe you can share your screen. Maybe before that I can share the setup that we are running for the demo. Jan, I switch off my mic.
Okay, just let me explain how works the system by presenting a startup setup of example to explain how the system works. Okay, for this example, I chose a very simple mapping a setup with two video projectors with a cover part of projection of the two projectors and Proxima server, of course. For this one, it's just a two video output system, and I chose a Proxima 4020. And the Proxima is controlled by a computer remotely, fully remotely, thanks to the web browser of the computer and VNC clients to remote the composer itself. It's allowed to manage two software parts inside the Proxima server. The first one is web administration that allow you to configure, to set up, to add new content inside the server. And the other part is Digital Essence Solutions Proxima Composer that allow you to create your mapping. Okay. Yes. Okay, one moment. Okay, on voit mon écran. Just one moment.
Folder Windows.
Ouais, sorry.
Non, tu peux regarder toi.
Okay. Okay. In first, to start the system, when you unbox directly your server, when you plug your server to any video output on the screen on the video projector, the server itself display its IP address directly on your networks and allow you to connect directly to the server. And when you enter in your web browser the IP of the server, you will be connected on Proxima server, and you can set up your server inside this part and also manage your file inside the server. The beginning, you have a first part that allow you to create your account for any user that will be manage your server, create new accounts, change your password. Very classical configuration for server. Your preferences, your languages, etc., etc. Set up the volume of the system, configure every Ethernet interface or Wi-Fi connections to the server. Configure also the dead time with your preference. You have also options to reboot the system, to shut down the system, or make update on the system. The other part of the web server administration of the server is the place where you can upload some file inside your server. It's very simple. It's just drag and drop your file directly inside your server. For example, I take video, I push video inside the server, and when the video is uploaded in the server, you can access to your composer to your media. For this example, I push 4 video for my example. You can manage your content directly inside a sandbox to your media directly in the server. Okay.
One word about this. We consider that you will not have physical access to the media server because it's already in the technical area or it's already in the sailing. So that's why we can upload directly from the web interface.
Okay. Currently you need to use a VNC client software to connect to your composer to have a real-time management of the composer system. The composer software is the part that making the mapping itself. I connect to my composer. Okay. And all the software is remotely accessible inside the composer. Okay. To begin, let me introduce different parts inside the software. It's a core of the system for the mapping here. You have a compositing part with your screen, your canvas. You have a sequencing part. I will talk about that later. Also part to insert media, and the center part that you can see in real time your render of your project or your compositing. Everything that you do, it's do visually. You don't need to programming anything to do anything inside. But first, you need to create the canvas of your mapping. For that, you have a specific part doing for that. In my case, if you remember, I use 2 video projectors to manage my project. For that, I need to define the size of my canvas in a pixelar range of displaying. I decided how many output I want to use. I can create a matrix of display. In this case, for this example, I use 2 video projectors disposed side inside to create a large mapping system, but I can also creating a matrix 4x4 or using the video projector in top to down, etc., etc. You can see that I select the number of my screen and how I want to create my canvas regarding large main resolutions for that. In this case, I use 2 HD video projectors. The video projectors, the displaying the projection area is determined by the positioning of my display, my output display inside the camera, video projector by video projector. I have two displays in Full HD with a area of covering of these two displays together. I can affect my display directly to my physical Optoma video projector that connected to the display here, like that, and here like that. Oh, I can identify that. To manage the covering area, I use the edge bending on the two part sides to be sure to have a very, very clear, a very, very nice covering part of the system. I can manage the curve of the bending, also the gamma corrections, to be sure to have a perfect visual rendering of the covering requirement of each area of each video projectors. To be sure that my video projectors, of course, is perfectly in line, I use a show card, test card that allow for me to make a line perfectly in the same line for every part. I can warping with perspective directly, or use directly my shortcut keyboard to configure it. But I have also a 50 by 50 points of mapping to map exactly the correction. Of course, in my real installation, I see in real time the effect of my moving of points of my warping subdivisions. This division is clearly affectable in this part of the system. When I have finished to align every line and point to correct the junctions between the two video projectors, my settings in the output setting is done. Okay, if I come back now to my composition area, I see that I have a new canvas area with a large view covering by the two video projectors. It's the time for me to create my compositions. For that, I use a player. A player is a zone, an area that can be display my media. Because I have charged my my server with media, I can take it in my servers and go to my media and take my video, okay, and can affect my video directly in the player Canva. For answer to questions before asked regarding NDI source or PIP integrations, it's only players that can be affected to Livecam or NDI source, and positioning anywhere inside the canvas created before. Okay. But I will come back to a very simple installations. Okay, I can repositioning my point inside my Canva. Okay. All this operation is done remotely on the server in real time and real life. Because my video is quite bigger, I have also possibilities to recropping the size of my video is a two full HD system, for example, because I know that my canvas it's smaller. I can repositioning my video, and that's good. My proportion is properly done. These compositions are stored in the seconds. I can create many sequences to define for different sequence inside my system. For example, I can add a sequence here with the same canvas, of course, and add a new video inside. Okay. Oh. Okay, sorry, I'll not create my second sequence. Yeah. Okay, this one. I put this video. Okay, I have two sequences now. The first one is with the first video with my first mapping, and the second one with the same mapping covering. I have my second video. Okay. When I do that, probably I need to have some other correction regarding the fact that I have not a very a square or rectangle area to display my composition. Probably I need to make something more complex regarding the cutting, the shape of my projections, because I need to project on the building or on the door or something very complex that is not a fully plain and square or rectangle display area. For that, I can use some shaping twice. I can use some shape to determine what is the shape of my projections. In this case, I will link a form, a shape, to my video projections, to be sure that the projection is done inside the form, inside the shape. Okay, like that. As you can see, all the other part is completely black because I only project on my shape. Okay, I can create some complex shape to complex mapping. For example, all done is in visual. I enter in editing mode and I can create new point to create a complex form like that. Okay, it's just an example. I have also options to have a magneting to part of the system, etc. And now my mapping is perfectly inserted inside my shaping. I can create very complex shaping form, etc., etc. Let me show you also possibilities to make different sequences and asking sequences. This part is for a sequence that I create. I can create also sequence with many kind of sources, video, pictures, but also interactive shaping, streaming from NDI, live cam, etc., etc. But I can also create some playlist to create very simply a diaporama, for example, a slideshow. Sorry. Okay, I want to have to add more content with a picture, for example. I'm back. I will back to my file management. I will add I have some pictures, few pictures of monument, for example. Up, check. You can see also some pictures. I'm back to my composer, and I'm come back with a complete slideshow. Okay, now I have a playlist with my still pictures to create a slideshow. And I will create a new. Okay, and now my playlist is played inside a new sequence with a slideshow automatically. Okay. I will affect some color to my sequence to be more clear. When I got it, I can rename, create some sequences, etc. If I'm back to my sequence, of course, I can edit some functionalities that can say if when I call the sequences, I want to restart automatically the sequence or let the sequence play, make a loop, specify an area of playback inside the movie, etc., etc. I can create many sequences with different behaviors regarding the video or the slideshow or the stream inside the playback. Now my sequence can be called at any time. By default, when I will start the system, I can select that this project will be automatically playback at the start of the system and decided which sequences will be played to start the system. These sequences can be interactive. For that, I can affect this sequence to interactive behaviors. For that, I use control, for example. For this example, I will use my keyboard shortcut to call the sequence directly with one key of my keyboard, but I can also use OSC UDP command or DMX command to control my system. If I use the keyboard control, for example, I can directly affect with system of learning the command used by my keyboard to call this. And now I can directly call my sequence directly with my shortcut of my computer. But I can do exactly the same with OSC messages from Crestron, for example, or IMX or IXM or any other systems. But the sequence, the behavior of sequence is not limited to direct access. You can also use a timeline. This timeline allows you to push your sequence and the compartments, the behaviors of your system in the timeline. You can add also an audio part different to the audio of the video itself to create original soundtracks for your sequence. And now the system can play your sequence in a timeline system that can allow you to create a very complex behavior of sequences of your system, as the same as a music system or inline video editor, for example. Okay.
I think you have one last demo, Jan.
I
Or
don't
you are done?
Sorry. Yes. In Adam, to your to conventional usage of the mapping and media servers, you have also the possibilities to add effect integrated inside the solutions. This effect allows you to create borders, interactive borders, dynamic borders, also or dynamic content directly inside the system. As a source itself, for example, you can add some shaders. Okay. Directly generated by the software, but also also it's possible to manage the border of your shape, and you have many options to have outline dynamically sorry outline dynamically generated display effect, okay, and with different compartments. This outline could be active, and sorry, I'm not a specialist about that, but I do my best. Okay, for example, you have a dynamic solutions to generate direct graphic effect inside the solutions. This graphic effect can also help you to boost some installations, more for commercials, for example. So for in-store dynamic retailing, something like that, you have the possibilities to have many real-time effect inside the system. Okay.
Thank you, Yann. Okay, so there are more questions.
Yes.
Thank you very much, Yann. So it's time for more questions on the chat.
I don't know if Etienne have any other things to add that I not mention specifically inside my presentation.
Yes, sure, but everything is very clear, Yann. Thank you so much. But we can say you can add as many players as you want in your canvas. If you want to add, in the question, it was about 10 players. You can add 10 players in your canvas. About the warping, you can do the warping in the output setup window, as you show in your first part of your presentation, Yann, but you can also do the warping in the player, in the canvas, so you can have different warping in your players. And about the players, I can add some information about the codec. You can play a video using the HAP, the H.264, H.265. You can use the ProRes as well. You can use as many very different codec to play your video. And about the mask options, you can create as many masks as you want. Yann showed an example with one shape, but you can use as many shapes as you want to create your mask. And finally, just one addition about the timeline. You can add a soundtrack in your timeline to play an audio file, and you will be able to see the waveform of your soundtrack. So you can add your cues perfectly synchronized on the waveform of your soundtrack. And I think we have covered everything in the software, but in detail, the best way to have a dedicated demo during the ISE, I hope.
Yeah, or buy one machine and get used with the software. That's also an option. Thank you, Etienne. There are some questions already in the chat. I try to. Veno, how many projectors can be driven at the same time? So Proxima 4020 handle 2 video projectors, two output. Driven, if driven means I don't know what is behind driven, Veno, but if because driven could be also some more than video, could be control, maybe. I don't know what behind driven. Veno, can you elaborate? Yeah. Bill?
The thought was, if we have a show that requires more than 4 projectors, can we parallel units? Will the 4040 end up being able to be populated with more output cards?
Okay, thank you, Will. So this job will be performed earlier next year. we will work on a extension card for 8 output on Proxima 4040. So this will be our main work early next year. A second action will be to sync machine together so we can handle more output. So right now it's 2 and 4, and later on it will extend. There is already a room to sell Proxima with 2 output and 4 output, as we know that some markets, when you have a limited budget, you have a limited budget for video projectors, and you have limited budget for server, and you have limited budget for content production. So all this range of market can already be tackled by our solution. Anders asks if would the parameters of the video be possible to change from an UDP or from a MIDI or equivalent? I will let Etienne answer the questions. I think it's yes.
Yes, exactly. All the features on the user interface can be controlled by messages coming from UDP, MIDI, OSC, or DMX. So each buttons you can see in the interface can be linked to a message.
Okay, Anders, does it answer your question, Anders? Okay, we go to Alpha Tech. Do Wave System have any case studies? So we have case studies coming from Heavy M long experience that we will share in the coming days and weeks. And the Wave System case study, we have a good start since we already ship a few machines the 10th of January. Integrators wait for our machines, so we will populate and we will share case studies along January as well. Davide, will be possible also manage DMX or ArtNet light show? Alors, today our Proxima is a DMX endpoint and ArtNet endpoint, meaning it can be controlled by ArtNet to perform some play, pause, or any other action. People request similar functionalities as EVP 380 to record and playback. So again, it will come later. And the more, Davide, the more you sell in Italy, the more I can do this additional development. But that's clearly something we will work on. Soma, do we have option to import layout and map on layouts? So layout means maybe the warping, the grids. And I will ask Etienne if there are some standard format that we can share and we can import.
Currently, you cannot import or export layout
Okay.
from a project. So you have to do your layout in the project as a template and use this project as a template for future projects.
Okay. Okay, now we can also keep going on the questions and answers. I don't know if everybody's still connected. I think there are still many people connected. Let me check. Yeah, most of people are still connected, 23 of us. So any questions that we can answer during this presentation? So we can I encourage our partners to invest on the first machine, so they get familiar with the software. They can welcome their customers in their showroom to demo the system. I know that most of you have built experience room to demo manufacturer solutions, and Proxima is a must in your showroom. So again, take your ticket. The Proxima 4040 will have only 10 to 20 during first quarter. Proxima 4020 again similar. A few dozen of equipment will be available at first quarter, so don't miss your ticket and demo. Call us for additional demo and demo it to your customers.
Terry,
Yes, Bill.
could you tell us why you named it Proxima? Where'd the name come from?
The name comes from the magic of universe, and Proxima is part of the universe.
Perfect.
Any other point we can address during this demo? David and Tim asked a question on another channel, saying, could we have an even smoother experience with a kind of VNC inside the web app, inside the web, and not separated from the web experience? So that's something we are looking at on our side. Yes.
Yes, we have two other way to talk about that. We also work on native protocol inside Windows without any client remote client, but with internal client of Windows with another standard for remoting interface. And we also work on the possibilities to have inside web integration of VNC.
I had another question about visiting your customers with Proxima. So yeah, January will be busy with ISE, but after that, Etienne and myself are keen to deploy our and make roadshow with you guys in your country. Yes, so just organize it up front and take the server. I really insist that you expect from you to invest on the first machine, and then we will dedicate our time to support your sales team and technical team. Okay, I think we are done. Thank you very much.